There are many accessories that cowboys can use to set themselves apart from the herd. Hi, I'm Branchwater Jack, and we're looking at spurs this week on the firing line. While male competitors in the B-Western category are the only ones required to wear spurs during a cowboy action shooting match, these fashionable accessories can also be worn by anyone who is looking to add something a little extra to their cowboy persona. The first thing that we need to remember is the purpose of spurs. Spurs were a much-needed tool for folks riding horseback. Worn on the back of the boot, the spur is used by the wearer to provide instruction to their mount. Many boots also include a shelf on the back of the heel that the spur may rest on. The composition of the spur ranges from the plain to the ornate. However, the part that most folks associate with the spur is the round bit on the back of the spur. These round bits, called rowels, come in all sorts of styles and sizes. The rowel is designed to spin freely so that the spur can move freely as the rider moves his heel across the horse. In general, spur designs also differed greatly depending on the region that the wearer came from. Jingle bobs are small pieces of steel that hang off the shank, holding the rowel to the spur. While not all spurs include these jingle bobs, they are quite popular among the sass crowd. After all, why go to all the trouble of wearing spurs if you don't go all out? When riding or walking in town, these jingle bobs would strike the rowel, giving off that distinct ka-ching, ka-ching sound. The spurs are held to the boot using a leather spur strap. Many spurs also include a spur chain or other piece of leather that went under the boot to prevent the spur from riding up. When dealing with spurs and sass, two questions always seem to come up again and again. The first deals with rowel size, and folks wondering what size the rowel must be. The book answer will tell you that there is no minimum size, although there are some who would prefer that they be at least the size of a quarter. I will tell you that I used to ride a horse that would not take to rowels of any size. What we ended up doing was putting a quarter into the shank. Then the horse rode just fine. This was not an idea that I came up with. It was actually found on a historical piece where we stole the idea. But why is rowel size so important? For us, as we are not riding horses during the course of fire, spurs are simply a fashion accessory while we're on the range. Those rowels can and will get in the way at times, not to mention scuff up your boots if you're not paying attention. If you are using a larger rowel, you will probably look really cool, if not really important. However, you will be prone to suffering from more accidents than if you were wearing a smaller rowel or no spurs at all. The second question deals with spur straps, and more specifically, how do you put them on? Buckles in or buckles out? While it sounds like a simple question, there are no real simple answers here. A lot of it again comes down to what part of the country you are from or your personal preference. Personally, I wear mine buckles out, except when I don't. But if it concerns you that much, remember that there are also spur strap designs that do not include a buckle at all. I own a couple of pair of spurs. This is the set that I wore regularly my first 5 or so years of sass. They are simple brass spurs with a quarter-size rowel. This other pair I've only worn a couple times, occasionally to banquets and such. While not a required piece of equipment for the majority of us, spurs can add that touch of flair that you're looking for. Do you regularly wear spurs during a match? What qualities do you look for in the spurs that you wear? Leave your comments below and we'll see you, spurs or not, next time on The Firing Line.